Hello everyone. Today I am grateful to the principal ma'am and the management of our school for giving me this opportunity to start your class with this important subject, computer science. This computer science subject is very important for your future studies. Whatever studies you want to do, whatever you want to become in your future, in all the type of studies this subject will help you, whether you want to complete your engineering or you want to go in medical line, then also it will help you. So on the behalf of the management of our school, I am welcoming to all of you in your new class 11. So let us start a very interesting and very important chapter of your computer science subject, and the name of the chapter is data representation. This is the chapter number 1. So this is very important in computer science to know about the data representation. So digital techniques have found their way into innumerable areas of technology, but the area of automatic digital computers in by far the most notable and most extensive. As we know, a computer is a system of hardware that performs arithmetical operations, manipulates data, and makes decisions. In science, technologies, business, and in fact, most other fields of endeavor, we are constantly dealing with quantities. So are computers. Quantities are measured, monitored, recorded, manipulated arithmetically, observed, or in some other way utilized in most physical systems. In digital systems like computers, quantities are represented by symbols called digits. Many number systems are in use in digital technologies that represents the digits in various forms. The most common are the decimal, binary, octal, hexadecimal number systems. This chapter discusses these number systems and the physical representation of digits in computers. So let us start with these number systems. So in previous classes, we have already studied about these number systems. So in this chapter, in class 11, we will learn about these number systems in details. So number systems are basically is of two types. The first type of the number system is called non-positional number system, and the second type of number system is called positional number system. Non-positional number systems are used by in early days, people use this non-positional number system to count anything, and they used fingers, pebbles, sticks or stones to count anything, to add, subtract, multiply, divide. So they use these things, and when they use these things for counting, so in that system there was no any position. Just like one example I am giving, in non-positional system, if you want to count 3 with the help of your fingers, so you can do this 1, 2 and 3, and we can also count 1, 2 and 3. We can also count 1, 2 and 3. We can also count 1, 2 and 3. So this is the non-positional, where the positions are not fixed, and this is used in early days. People use this non-positional number system to count the numbers. And the examples of this non-positional number system is Roman number system and Greek number systems. And in these two number systems, we are using this non-positional. And another type of number system is called positional number system, where the positions are fixed. One example I am giving. Suppose it is written 135, 153 and 535. This is called unit. This is called 110 and this is called 100. Position are fixed. This is unit, this is 10 and this is the 100. And in this case, this is unit, this is 10 and this is 100. And in this case, this is unit, this is the 10 and this is the 100. 5 we are using in all. And the position of 5 is different. Not the same position is here. Positions are different here. So here the positions are fixed. Whatever number we will write, 112. So the position of 2 will be unit. The position of 1 will be 10 and the position of another one will be 100. So the number system in which positions are fixed are called positional number system. And with this position number system, one thing is very important to know about the base or radix. So this all positional number systems use base or radix. This base or radix tell us about the distinct symbols used in any number systems. How many distinct symbols you all are using in any number system is represented by base or radix. Just like we all are knowing, we are using 4 type of number system. The first type of number system is called binary number system. The second type of number system is called decimal number system. And the third type of number system is called octal number system. And the fourth type of number system is called hexadecimal number system. We are knowing about these 4 number systems: binary number systems, decimal number systems, octal number systems, and hexadecimal number systems. And the base or radix is very important with these number systems. We are knowing the base of the binary is 2. Why it is 2? Because we are using only 2 digits, 0 and 1. These are the 2 distinct symbols we are using in this system. So the radix or the base is 2. The base or radix of decimal number system is 10. Why this is 10? Because we are using 10 distinct symbols in decimal number systems, which are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So these are 10 numbers. So total numbers we are using in decimal number system is 10. So the base or radix of this number system will be 10. The base or radix of octal number system is 8. Because we are using 8 distinct symbols in octal number system. And the range or the numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 8 numbers we are using in octal number systems. The base or radix of the hexadecimal number system is 16. In this number system, we are using 16 distinct symbols to represent the hexadecimal number system. And these numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E and F. So these are 16 distinct symbols we are using in hexadecimal number systems. So base and radix represent any number systems. Without base and radix, we cannot identify any number system. So whenever we have to represent binary number system, we have to represent that binary number system with the base 2. Whenever we have to represent any decimal number system, so we have to represent by the base or radix of 10. Whenever we have to represent an octal number system, we have to represent that octal number system with this 8. And whenever you have to represent hexadecimal number system, we have to represent by the base 16. So we will learn about these number systems in this chapter. So we are knowing the binary 0 and 1 we are using and base is 2. Decimal number system, the base is 10 and we are using the numbers from 0 to 9. In octal number system, the base is 7 and we are using the numbers from 0 to 7. And in hexadecimal number system, base is 16 and we are using 0 to 9 and A to F. 0 to 9 and A to F. A represent 10, B represent 11, C represent 12, D represent 13, E represent 14 and F represent 15. So this is about this number system. Now we will know the conversion from one number system to another number system. So first we will learn how to convert decimal number system to binary number system. This is very easy and most of you are knowing how to convert the decimal number system to binary number system. So once again we will repeat this process. So we want to convert this 25, base is 10, it means this is the decimal number system, to base 2. Base 2 means binary number system. So in this conversion process, whenever you have to convert decimal to any target number system, so in this situation we have to check the base or radix of the target number system. So what is the target number system? Binary number and the base of this target number system is 2. So in this case, from decimal to target number system, we have to take the base of that target number system and we have to divide this decimal number system by the base of target number system. So 25 will be divided by 2 because 2 is the base or radix of target number system binary. So it's very simple process. 25 we will divide by 2 because 2 is the base of binary and in this number system, binary number system, we have to convert this decimal number system. So 2 we have to divide, so it will be 12. What will be the remainder? 1. Again we have to divide by the 2, quotient will be 6 and the remainder will be 0. Again we have to divide by the 2, quotient will be 3 and remainder will be 0. Again we have to divide by the 2, quotient will be 1 and remainder will be also 1. Again we have to divide by the 2. What will be the quotient? That will be 0 and the remainder will be 1. This is called LSB and this is called MSB. LSB means least significant bit and MSB means most significant bit. After dividing, we have to write these numbers from MSB to LSB. From most significant bit to least significant bits. So it will be 1 1 0 0 1 in binary. So this is the method to convert any decimal numbers to binary number system. So let us do one more example. We have to convert 35 decimal to binary. So what steps I have told? Whenever we have to convert from decimal to any target number system, so we have to check the base of the target number system, and the base of target number system is 2, and we have to divide the decimal number system, whatever number we are using, divided by the base of target number system. So this 35 we have to divide by 35. This is very simple. We have to make the columns like this. We have to divide by 2. When you will divide in 35, the quotient will be 17. What will be the remainder? 1. Again we have to divide by the 2. It will be 8. The remainder will be 1 again. Again we have to divide by 2. Quotient will be 4. Remainder will be 0. Again we have to divide by the 2. Quotient will be 2. Remainder will be 0. Again we have to divide by the 2. Quotient will be 1. Remainder will be 0. Again we have to divide by the 2. Quotient will be 0. Remainder will be. So this we have to do till the quotient becomes 0. So when the quotient becomes 0, then we have to stop dividing. Afterwards, we have to write here LSB, means least significant bits, and this is MSB, most significant bits. And the order to write this number is from MSB to LSB in this sequence. So it will be 1 0 0 1 1 in binary. So 1 0 0 0 1 1 is the binary of 35 decimal number system. So this is very easy process to convert. Again we will try with the fractional number. When you have to convert the decimal fraction to binary, if the number is 0.350 and you want to convert into binary. So in this situation, previously what we have done? Previously, if any number is written before the decimal, so in this case we have divided by 2 because the target base is 2, and whenever you have to convert the numbers after the decimal, in this situation we have to multiply by the target base. So 350 will be multiplied by 2 because 2 is the target base of binary number system. So let us see how to convert 0.350 into 2. 0.350 into 2 will be 0.7. 0.70. What is left? 0. Now this 0.07 multiplied by 2. This will be 1.4. So before decimal, whatever number is there, that we have to write this side. And this after decimal, we have to write this side. Again we have to multiply. So 0.4 into 2, it will be 0.8. 0.8. 0 is here, 0 we have to write. Again 0.8 into 2, it will be 1.6. 1 is here, so 1 we will write here and 0.6 we will write. Again we have to multiply by 2, so it will be 1.2. 1.2. 1 is here, 1 we will write this side. Again 0.2 we will write into 2. It will be 0.4. And then 0.4, 0 we will write. 0.4 into 2. Let us see. 0.4 we have already used. So the same repetition will be there. So when this type of situation comes, then we have to stop multiplying the numbers. If the numbers are repeating. So till here we have to write. And here also this is LSB and this is MSB. And the sequence is from LSB to MSB. So it will be 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0 in binary. So this is the binary of 0.350. And this is the way to convert fractional decimal number into binary. So let us just discuss one more. .750 10 to 9. So when this type of number comes, so I have told before decimal we have to divide by the 2. After decimal we have to multiply by 2. So 25 we have to convert into binary. 0, 3, 0, 2, 1, 1, 2, 0, 1. From MSB to LSB we have to write 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. This is the binary of 25. Now we have to find the binary of 0.750. So for this I have told we have to multiply by the target base, and the target base is 2. So 0.750 into 2 equals to 0.750 into 2 is 1.5. Before decimal, whatever number is there, we have to write 1. Now after the decimal, we have to write this side into 2. It will be 1.0 and then 1 is there. After this decimal, what number is left? 0. When 0 comes after the decimal, then again we have to stop writing, stop multiplying. Whatever number is left, we have to write from LSB to MSB. This is LSB and this is MSB. So 1, 1. So 11001 dot 11 is the binary of 25.750. One more example. .320. to binary. So what step here we have to follow in this case? First of all, we have to convert the number before the decimal in binary, and then we have to convert the number written after the decimal in binary. So before the decimal we have to divide by 2. 15 divided by 2, it will be 7, remainder will be 1. 2, 3 is the quotient, remainder will be 1. 2, 1, remainder will be 1. 2, 0, remainder will be 1. From MSB to LSB, and this number will be 1, 1, 1, 1. Now we have to calculate the binary of 0.320, and for this I have said we have to multiply by 2. 0.320 into 2 equals to 0.64. 0.64. We have to write 0 here. 0.64 into 2, 1.28. 1 we have to write here, 0.28 we have to write here. 0.28 into 2 will be 0.56. 0.56. 0 we will write. 0.56 into 2 equals to 1.12. 1 we will write here. Then 0.12 into 2 will be 0.24. 0.24. 0 we will write here. Then 24. Just check the numbers should not repeat into 2. So it will be 0.48. 0 will be here. Then again 0.48 into 2 equals to 0.96. This will be 0. Again 0.96 into 2 will be 1.92. Here we have to write 1. Again we have to write 92. Count the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have to follow this step 10 times. If after decimal 0 is not coming. So 0.92 into 2, 1.84. 1 we will write here. Again 0.84 into 2. 0.84 into 2 will be 1.68. 1 we will write. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it is done. 10 steps we have to do if the after decimal 0 is not coming. So this is LSB and this is MSB. And we have to write from LSB to MSB. So after point, it will be 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. This is the binary of 15.320. So this is the way to convert any decimal number system to binary number system with the fractional part. So in next video I will explain how to convert binary number system to decimal number system. So till that, thank you very much.